In 1991, on the picturesque island of Hawaii, a brutal crime shocked the community. Dana Ireland, a young woman visiting from Virginia, was found barely alive, sexually assaulted, and beaten along a remote fishing trail. Despite the intense pressure on the police to solve the case, it remained unsolved for years, until now. The tranquil beauty of Hawaii's Big Island was shattered on Christmas Eve in 1999 when the life of Dana Ireland, a 23-year-old visitor from Virginia, was brutally taken. She was discovered barely clinging to life, sexually assaulted, and beaten along a desolate fishing trail in Puna, a remote section of the island. The shocking nature of the crime sent shockwaves through the community and gained national attention. Dana Ireland's body was found in a horrific state, and her injuries were indicative of a violent and heinous crime. The investigation revealed that she had been sexually assaulted and beaten, leading to her untimely death at Hilo Medical Center. Adding to the mystery, her mangled bicycle, which she had been riding before the attack, was discovered several miles away, appearing to have been struck by a vehicle. The murder of the blonde-haired, blue-eyed visitor from Virginia remained unsolved for years, leaving the community in a state of fear and uncertainty. The pressure on the police to find the killer was immense as the case garnered national attention. However, despite their efforts, the investigation hit numerous dead ends, and the truth behind Dana Ireland's tragic fate remained elusive. In the midst of the investigation, Albert Ian Schweitzer, along with two other native Hawaiian men, became the prime suspects in Ireland's murder. In 2000, Schweitzer was convicted and sentenced to 30 years in prison for crimes he vehemently denied committing. Little did he know that his fight for justice would span over 2 decades, as new evidence would eventually come to light, challenging his conviction. In the case of Albert Ian Schweitzer, his wrongful conviction sheds light on the flaws within the justice system. The intense pressure on law enforcement to solve high-profile cases often leads to mistakes, both intentional and unintentional. Innocent individuals like Schweitzer find themselves imprisoned for crimes they did not commit, their lives forever altered by a flawed system that prioritizes closure over truth. Schweitzer's conviction for the murder, kidnapping, and sexual assault of Dana Ireland in 1991 was based on circumstantial evidence and questionable witness testimonies. The pressure to solve the case and bring justice to Ireland's grieving family resulted in a rush to judgment, overlooking crucial details and alternative suspects. The media's portrayal of the case and the public's demand for swift justice further fueled the flawed investigation. The intense scrutiny and media attention surrounding the murder of a young, white, female victim overshadowed the cases of people of color and Native Hawaiians, perpetuating biases within the justice system. With the help of the Innocence Project in New York, the Hawaii Innocence Project took on Schweitzer's case, aiming to uncover the truth and expose the flaws that led to his wrongful conviction. These organizations specialize in re-examining questionable convictions and utilizing advanced forensic testing to uncover new evidence. DNA evidence played a crucial role in Schweitzer's defense. Previous DNA analysis had excluded all 3 convicted men, including Schweitzer, as sources of the DNA found at the crime scene. This revelation raised significant doubts about their involvement in the heinous crime. As Albert Ian Schweitzer fought for his innocence, new evidence began to emerge, casting doubt on his conviction. A petition filed by the Hawaii Innocence Project outlined additional evidence that challenged the prosecution's case. This evidence included a Jimmy Z brand t-shirt soaked with Dana Ireland's blood, which belonged to an unknown man, not one of the convicted men as previously claimed. A crucial breakthrough came in the form of a tire tread analysis. It was determined that the tire marks found at the crime scene did not match Schweitzer's Volkswagen Beetle, discrediting the prosecution's claim that he was present at the scene of the crime. This revelation further supported Schweitzer's claims of innocence. Advanced forensic testing uncovered additional evidence that challenged the prosecution's narrative. The lack of biological evidence linking all three convicted men to the sexual assault and murder of Dana Ireland raised significant doubts about their involvement. The petition argued that it was extraordinarily improbable for all three men to participate in the attack without leaving any trace of biological evidence. The documentary explores the inconsistencies in witness testimonies that were crucial in securing Schweitzer's conviction. One of the co-defendants, Sean Schweitzer, gave inconsistent accounts during multiple interviews, eventually incriminating himself. These inconsistencies raised questions about the reliability of the witness testimonies and the coercive tactics used during the investigation. The emergence of new evidence and the reevaluation of the case led to a conviction integrity agreement between Schweitzer's attorneys and the Hawaii County prosecutors. This agreement allowed for the reinvestigation of the case and the consideration of the new evidence that supported Schweitzer's claims of innocence. After more than 20 years behind bars, Albert Ian Schweitzer was finally released from prison. The judge, recognizing the significance of the new evidence and the flaws in the original conviction, ordered Schweitzer's immediate release. The emotional moment in the courtroom, filled with applause and hugs, marked the end of a long and arduous journey for Schweitzer. The documentary captures the emotional journey of Albert Ian Schweitzer, who endured more than 2 decades of wrongful imprisonment. Interviews with Schweitzer, his family, and legal representatives provide a glimpse into the roller coaster of emotions he experienced throughout the ordeal. From the initial shock of his arrest to the anxiety and fear of facing a lengthy prison sentence, Schweitzer's story is one of resilience and determination. The documentary highlights the powerful moment when Schweitzer was released from his shackles in the high-low courtroom. As the judge ruled in his favor, applause filled the room, and Schweitzer was embraced by his loved ones. In a phone interview, Schweitzer described his feelings as a mix of nerves, anxiety, and fear, but also gratitude for the judge doing the honorable thing. The wrongful conviction took a toll on Schweitzer's relationships with his family and friends. The documentary explores the strain and heartache caused by his absence and the constant fight for justice. It delves into the emotional impact on Schweitzer's loved ones who stood by him throughout the years, advocating for his innocence. After his release, Schweitzer faced the daunting task of rebuilding his life. The documentary follows his journey as he navigates the challenges of reintegration into society, finding employment, and reconnecting with his loved ones. It explores the emotional and practical hurdles he encounters and the support systems that help him on his path to reclaiming his life. Schweitzer's story serves as a catalyst for change within the justice system. The documentary highlights the importance of reforming policies and procedures to prevent wrongful convictions and ensure that justice is served. Schweitzer becomes an advocate for others who have been wrongfully convicted, using his experience to shed light on the flaws within the system. The documentary goes beyond Schweitzer's case to shed light on systemic issues within the justice system. It explores the biases, flaws, and pressures that contribute to wrongful convictions. By examining the circumstances surrounding Schweitzer's wrongful conviction, the documentary aims to raise awareness and prompt discussions about the need for reform. Through interviews with legal experts, activists, and exonerees, the documentary emphasizes the importance of preventing future injustices. It delves into the reforms needed to ensure a fair and equitable justice system, including improved investigative techniques, enhanced forensic science practices, and safeguards against wrongful convictions. The documentary highlights the crucial role played by organizations like the Innocence Project and the Hawaii Innocence Project in advocating for the wrongfully convicted. It encourages viewers to support these organizations through donations, volunteering, or spreading awareness to help prevent future wrongful convictions. The documentary explores the transformative power of redemption and the healing process for those who have been wrongfully convicted. It follows Schweitzer's journey as he seeks to rebuild his life, reconcile with his past, and find a sense of closure. Through his story, viewers witness the resilience of the human spirit and the capacity for growth and forgiveness. Schweitzer's release from prison marks a significant milestone in his quest for justice, but the documentary acknowledges that closure is a complex and ongoing process. It delves into the emotional challenges faced by exonerees as they navigate the aftermath of wrongful convictions and strive to find closure for themselves and their loved ones. The documentary highlights Schweitzer's advocacy work and the impact he has made in raising awareness about wrongful convictions. It showcases his efforts to support other exonerees, promote criminal justice reform, and prevent future injustices. Schweitzer becomes a voice for the voiceless, using his experience to drive positive change. Ultimately, the documentary aims to inspire hope in the face of adversity. It shows that even in the darkest moments, there is the potential for justice to prevail and for lives to be rebuilt. Schweitzer's story serves as a beacon of hope for those who have been wrongfully convicted and a reminder that resilience and determination can overcome even the most challenging circumstances. The Dana Ireland case is a powerful documentary that exposes the flaws within the justice system, highlights the importance of reform, and celebrates the triumph of truth and justice. Through Schweitzer's story, viewers are encouraged to question the system, support innocence projects, and advocate for a fair and equitable society.